Hey, it's Kristen from KristenOnDemand.com, and on this channel you'll find videos all about teaching ESL online and teaching online in general for new, aspiring, and veteran teachers. So if teaching online or teaching ESL online is something you're interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you don't miss a thing. In this video, I'm going to be talking about outages on the Outschool platform. This is something that has been going on as of late on the Outschool platform. I have been a teacher with Outschool as of March, but I didn't actually list my first class till closer to June. And we've had quite a few outages where the site just crashes on their platform since that time. So I wanted to just go over a few things, what you can do in that situation, things that you can do, things that I have learned just to help you out if you're just getting started. So let's jump in. Here we go. Okay, so first and foremost, before we get started, I just want to say that in the defense of Outschool, they have had such an influx of teachers and students in the past, wow, I want to say year, but it's probably an even smaller time frame than that. That the fact that their site keeps crashing, I want to give them a little bit of leeway on it and say that I just want to give them leeway on it because it's no one's fault. It just happens sometimes. They're really good about it when it happens. I feel like parents are also the ones that I've encountered are really good about it. They know that it's not our fault as teachers. Obviously, it's not their fault either as parents. It's just when you're teaching online, when you're using technology, sometimes it just doesn't always work out. It just doesn't always do what you want it to do. So this has happened, like I said, I have probably been teaching since June and it's now July 2020, so probably a good month, and it's gone down more than twice, probably 3 or 4 times in that time frame. So the first thing that I would recommend you do, and I will put a screen up, is you should subscribe to get notifications, and then these will come to your email to get notifications when the site is down. Okay, so go to status.outschool.com, and when you get to this page, there's going to be a button at the top, and you're going to want to hit, subscribe for updates or whatever. You're going to want to click on that, put in your email address, and those will give you real time updates on what's going on. So they'll tell you that the site is down, what it's down for specifically, if it's just down for classes or if it's just down for payments. I mean, there's like a few things that it can be down for, and it will tell you specifically what's being affected by that specific outage. And then each update will tell you like what they're doing. So whether if they're investigating it, or if it's up but it's still being monitored, or if it's up and running normally, it will give you all the updates. Now, in my experience, when Outschool does go down, what they do is they have the parents and teachers kind of communicate about what to do about the class. If a class was missed during an outage, if a class can be rescheduled, great, then the class is just rescheduled. And during the rescheduled class, if a parent or a student cannot make the rescheduled class, then the teacher is to send that parent to Outschool, have them email support@outschool.com and say, during the outage, my student missed, and they put the name of the class, and I would like a refund. And Outschool supplies that refund, which is nice. So then the teacher isn't out the money for the refund. However, the teacher still is out kind of the money for that time slot, right? Because that time slot is still gone. All those learners you're rescheduling them, right, to a different time. So if you had a full class, your class is still full because you're moving them. And even if they're being refunded, that's still through Outschool. So you're still getting paid for that student technically, but they're being paid in a different time slot. So that slot that was missed during the outage is still technically an unpaid slot, but it is what it is. So if you are coming from the ESL world, as many I know new Outschool teachers are, it's a little bit different than how you're used to being paid for things like this. When, you know, an ESL platform goes down and classes are missed, that ESL class is still, that teacher still gets paid for that time. In this instance, it's still kind of like that, but it's just you're getting paid at a different time. That slot, you just don't get paid for that slot. You're not teaching that slot, and the system was just down, and those students just get moved, and you still get that full paid slot, but it's just at a completely different time that you're rescheduling them for. So I hope that makes sense. It's just, like I said, if you're coming from the ESL world, it's a little bit different. But Outschool, again, does supply, if a student needs to be refunded, if they cannot make that rescheduled class, Outschool will supply that refund. So another thing I learned is that if it's a one-time class that was missed, which mine happened to be this last time, you can actually go into the section and add a makeup class. And you just click on it, and I clicked on add makeup class, and I picked a time and a date, and it moved all of my learners into that makeup class, which was super convenient. They were all in there. And then if they couldn't make that makeup class, then I directed the parents again, email support@outschool.com, and they will refund you for the class. Just tell them the name of the class and they will refund you. Now, the only thing that kind of threw me off, and I had to ask Outschool about because I wasn't sure, is that when it comes up on your schedule, even though it's a one-time class, usually one-time classes will be on your schedule first meeting of 1, right? When I did the makeup class, it came up on my schedule second meeting of 2. So I just wanted to make sure that I had done it correctly and that my students weren't going to be charged twice for that class, because it did say second meeting of 2, and because I couldn't make the first meeting time go away, because it had kind of passed by the time I could get back into the system. So Outschool said no, that was fine just the way it was, because it was a makeup class, that they would not be charged twice. So if you ever see that, if you ever do a makeup class, or if you've never done one before, and that seeing that second meeting of 2 throws you off like it did me for a one-time class, they will not be charged twice. I had to ask, so again, I just wanted to throw it out there. If you guys see it and it threw you like it threw me, they will not be charged twice. They said because it's in the same section of a one-time class, and because it is a makeup time, they will not be charged twice for it. So that's what I have as far as outages and makeup classes and what to do as far as parents are concerned. Like I said, every parent that I've dealt with has been super, super great about it. Most they were fine with just doing the makeup time. And like I said, if they weren't, they were like, okay, I'll just email and get my refund. I hope to see you on another time. So they've been really, really great about it. I haven't had a bad experience with an outage where parents were like thinking it was my fault or mad at me or anything like that. So any questions though, feel free to drop them in the comments, or send me an email or hit me up on social media. I'm always happy to answer any questions you guys have. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.